Hello, this is a nice exciting day. We've moved on from the carbs. We're now moving on to the engine internals. So we've got the crank and the pistons, conrods. We've got some shell bearings that we're going to try and measure. Because it all came in boxes, I'm not really sure where everything went, so I'll show you in a second what I've got to deal with, and then we'll clean up some bits, do some measurements, and then I'm colourblind, so if the shells have got colours, then I'm a bit knackered on that. I'll have to ask my wife. Other than that, we'll see what we've got. I'll show you. Here we have a crank and some pistons. There's conrods and bits in there. We go. This is as the pieces came in these little trays. So I know we've got some shells in the back there. Yeah, the pistons are going to be replaced. Gudgeon pins replaced. Shell bearings are all going to be replaced. For the journals on here, you've got the main journals, just sort of whizzing around. Then you got the conrods go on here. Yeah, so I've got to clean it up a little bit so that I can get some accurate measurements, and then, well, that's it for now, I think. Then I've got to order the parts. So, right, see you in a bit. Right, here we are, all relatively cleaned up. I'm not being too precise about cleaning. They have been in these little trays. They've been in these trays in a box, covered in sawdust and all sorts of muck. So I'm not too fussed about getting them 100% clean. I need to get them clean enough to see the markings on the bearings, see if there's any particular wear marks on anything. So I've cleaned them just with brake cleaner, and then I've just WD-40'd them because they're a bit dry from the brake cleaner. So we've got 8 nuts, we've got the 8 bolts in there. These shells are still in their pieces. I don't know which cylinder each of these came from. There is, as far as I can see, no markings. That's got 1 dot, 2 dots. It's got 1 dot. That's got 1 dot. There's, as far as I can see, nothing that indicates a particular cylinder, so I won't know which journal these go on. I'm going to have new pistons, new gudgeon pins, so really all of that can go to one side, but I'll keep them separate just for now until I can just be certain that I don't know which cylinder is which. Anyway, we have got some shells here, and they've got a little marking on the bottom. That's D7K8, I think that says. That's D7K, certainly the same mark. It's a circle with like a slotted screw head in it. Anyway, D7, just see D7K? D7K. So I'm assuming these are all going to be the same. D7K, 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 Yeah. Oh. That's D7J. That's definitely K. That's K. And that's K. So we've got one. This is a D7J. So I'll have to work out which journal that's going to be. I'm assuming that that will be just one side of one, which is fine. I can measure those. So these, before I go any further, you might be able to see that on there. There's quite a lot of, I don't know if it will focus on it, quite a lot of scoring on the inside here. But having a look at the crank, there's no real marks. Ooh, there's no real marks on the journals, which is good. So the wear, I guess, is just from over time. Anyway, I shall work out where that one goes, and I shall get these out. Right, so we've got these out. These ones are all D7K. Just giving them a wipe over as I take them out. These aren't going to be reused, but I need to see them anyway. So that's D7K. That's D7K. Right. Yeah, that, you can see some, you can't feel it, but it's certainly marked on there. You can see where it's rubbed a lot. So these have been on there for quite some time. They could be the original shells. I don't know. I've got no history on the engine or the bike. I don't think the engine, well, the engine isn't from the bike. It's a replacement from at some point. But other than that, I have no history. Right, so they all say D7K. I shall have to get my wife to have a look and see if there's any colour markings on anything. But that is all taken apart and cleaned. So I can put those back in boxes when I'm ready. I need to order these shells, all the shells. We've got all the main crank shells, all these. I'll get those ordered as soon as I can. Got to get some pistons now. What are these? Standard size pistons, I believe. So I shall have to measure the bores and just make sure that that's fine. But standard bore pistons, they're good. Yeah, it's all good. I'll see if I can work out if any of these have got any markings anywhere that suggest which cylinder they are, because if I can, then they're likely to be, like, if that's 1, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Otherwise, who knows? Might just have to wing it and see how they go. But we have got one shell that is different. That one, was it? Yeah, that one, D7J. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you on the other side. Right, so there's no discernible mark to say which conrod goes in which piston, but they have got brown shells with D7K. I don't know whether that's the maker mark or whatever, anyway, and that conrod's got S9 with 2 dots. This one is S10 with 1 dot. This one is S8 with no dots, and this one is S8 with no dots. I also have the main crank shells. There's only 7 of them. They're all brown except for one that is green, and that is D7J. So I'm going to have to measure. I've got a micrometer, but it's not big enough, so I'm going to have to borrow or buy a micrometer to measure all those. All these, I've got to measure each one and measure that distance there. And the same with the crankcases, I've got to measure that as well, so that I can work out with my little charts here which shells to get. So it's not going to be a quick, simple job. I shall have to get myself a micrometer. So I'll see you again soon. Bye. Right, measuring bits. So what I've done is I've nipped these up tight and I've measured across there. That gives me a measurement of 38.015. On this one is 38.018, 38.015, 38.015. So they are in the brown black section. On the crank journals were measured at 33.98, which gives me a brown. So I get a brown shells for the conrods. They're all brown as they were originally. They were all brown on there, and that is confirmed they are all brown shells. So that is good. The main crank bearings, there's 5 of them. I've just measured those, and we've got 33.98, 33.98, 33.98, 33.98, 33.98. They're all exactly the same on the crank itself. The engine case I've nipped up tight, measured all of the clearances in there. We've got exactly 36 on 4 of the journals. One of them is 35.99. So one of them is a green shell, which is what we had. One of these was green, and the rest are all in the brown section. So now I know I can order all of those. Next I shall have to measure my pistons, well, measure the cylinders, see what they are, because those pistons are scrap, and get some pistons ordered. I shall order the whole lot together, and then I can start putting the engine cases back together, or put the crank back together anyway. So it's all been measured with my brand new Moore and Wright 25 to 50mm micrometer, and various other things to measure. Just one of the holes in the seats in the case I couldn't quite reach with anything else, so I had to use that and judge it between the other two. It's not perfect, but I'm absolutely certain that I've got the measurement right. I've done it multiple times until I was absolutely certain that I've got repeatable results, and a trusty vernier gauge which measures, yeah, it's pretty good anyway. So I'm satisfied. I've repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated until I've got a trustworthy result. So that's that measurement done. Close that book. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to like and share, that would be grand. Yeah, I shall be releasing a video once a week, hopefully on a Thursday at 6 o'clock. So if you fancy just having a look and seeing what we've got going on, hopefully every week there'll be a little bit of progress. This engine is hopefully going to start coming together fairly easily once I've got all these parts. I've got one more bearing to source. I can't find a new one, so I'm going to have one made. I believe it's a stock bearing, but it's got a groove cut in it and you can't get them, so I've got to get one made. So I've got to find an engineer that will cut the outer race of a bearing. Yeah, they're not so easy to put together after all. Anyway, it's a nice little jigsaw puzzle for me, so I shall get these bits ordered. Thank you very much. Bye bye.